because you know your goal and you know that the frequency that you're on more so in the day is manifesting your tomorrows. Peace to you. What's going on, everybody, all you beautiful people? Today is the Master Key System Part 20. We are almost there. We have 8 more to go. This book allows us to receive different opportunities, different insights, different keys to success, to creating our own reality, to financial freedom, to mental freedom, to living our life the way we want to live it instead of allowing life to dictate how our life should go. This book is so transformational for me, and if you're interested in these types of things, please stay tuned to the end, and there is some gems at the end that I will give to you. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So as usual, I have some notes that I've written down from reading. I'm gonna go through the introduction, then I'm gonna go through some highlighted points, and the application is at the end. So let's jump right into the introduction. For many years, there has been an endless discussion as to the origin of evil. Theologians have told us that God is love, and that God is omnipresent. If this be true, there is no place where God is not. Where then is evil, Satan, and hell? Let us see. God is spirit. Spirit is the creative principle of the universe. Man is made in the image and likeness of God. Man is therefore a spiritual being. The only activity which spirit possesses is the power to think. Thinking is therefore a creative process. All form is therefore the result of the thinking process. The destruction of form must also be a result of the thinking process. Fictitious representations of form are the result of the creative power of thought, as in hypnotism. Apparent representations of form are the result of the creative power of thought, as in spiritualism. Invention, organization, and constructive work of all kinds are the result of the creative power of thought, as in concentration. When the creative power of thought is manifested for the benefit of humanity, we call the result good. When the creative power of thought is manifested in a destructive or evil manner, we call the result evil. This indicates the origin of both good and evil. They are simply words which have been coined in order to indicate the nature of the result of the thinking or creative process. Thought necessarily precedes and predetermines action. Action precedes and predetermines condition. Part 20 will throw more light upon this important subject. So I love this part. Our ability to think is one of our greatest powers. And when we can observe and control our thoughts, we can start to control our reality. In the introduction, it says, thought necessarily precedes and predetermines action. Action precedes and predetermines condition. So depending on our thoughts, that will create our actions, that will then create our conditions. Our thoughts ultimately create our life and what happens in our life. And depending on how we react to what happens in our life will manifest what is to come in our future. And that's not to say that if you are just thinking positive all the time, that you're just going to have a positive life, because keeping your faith during the midst of negative things also determines what is going to come in your future. Having positive thoughts all the time isn't going to mean you're going to have a positive life all the time, because positivity comes in waves. But anywho, that's the introduction. Let's go right over to number 4. Thinking is the true business of life. Power is the result. You are at times dealing with the magical power of thought and consciousness. What results can you expect so long as you remain oblivious to the power which has been placed within your control? When you begin to perceive that the essence of the universal is within yourself, is you begin to do things. You begin to feel your power. It is the fuel which fires the imagination, which lights the torch of inspiration, which gives vitality to thought, which enables you to connect with all the invisible forces of the universe. It is the power which will enable you to plan fearlessly, to execute masterfully. Okay, I love this because our awareness is everything. I'm going to read some things that I wrote down. If you are unaware of your abilities to take control of your reality, you look outside of yourself for guidance and answers. You blame the outside world for your downfalls and mistakes instead of observing yourself. On top of us not giving this information when we were younger and us thinking this stuff is of the devil and evil, we have been flooded with distractions to keep us away from figuring out or remembering our true abilities, our ultimate potential, our inner powers. Movies, school, TV, music, social media, foods, the government, these things keep us away from who we are, from realizing our powers and how to create our life for ourselves. When you remember that you are in control, that if you just remain focused and consistent, you can regain your power. If you reconstruct your thought patterns and clean up your mental home, you will find clarity, peace, and the realization that you have everything you need to become the person you want to be and live the life you dream of. Okay, keeps going. I really love these two parts right here. You will begin to take yourself more seriously, including your thoughts, your actions, people you are around, your environment, the foods you eat, the things you hang up in your house. You'll be more cautious or conscious about what you have up in your house. You'll be more conscious about the types of music that you listen to throughout your day. You'll be more conscious of the thoughts that just pop up in your head and which ones you want to keep, because you know your goal and you know that the frequency that you're on more so in the day is manifesting your tomorrows. So if your thoughts, if your actions, if the things you are around don't align with what you want in your future, you need to change it. You're going to want to reevaluate who you are, what you do, what's around you. Because you will deeply understand that you are creating your reality, and everything outside of you is only a reflection of what's inside of you. When you tap into this knowing, when you realize and you become aware of this concept, you will start to be different. You will start to think about your words. You will start to observe yourself in ways that you probably never even thought of. But that's part 4, or that's, number 4 and number 8. We're going to go right on over to number 9. But perception will come only in the silence. This seems to be the condition required for all great purposes. You are a visualizing entity. Imagination is your workshop. It is here that your ideal is to be visualized. As a perfect understanding of the nature of this power is a primary condition for its manifestation. Visualize the entire method over and over again so that you may use it whenever occasion requires. The infinity of wisdom is to follow the method whereby we may have the inspiration of the omnipotent universal mind on demand at any time. Silence is power. Silence all the noise inside your head. Silence everything outside of you. Just be at one with yourself and start to get to know who you are deeply. To fully realize and utilize your powers, you will need to practice silence. Be with yourself. Observe yourself. Clear your mind of past beliefs and truths that were once given to you by a book, a movie, other person, a relative, a peer, whatever. Realize the truths inside of you and begin to embrace them. Start visualizing what you want often, more so throughout your day. Make sure your thoughts and actions align with your desires. For example, stop having thoughts of doubt if you're wanting to become more confident or successful. Stop allowing yourself to have thoughts that humans are parasites and causing destruction if you want the world to be more at peace and in harmony. It's all up to you. Whatever you think of, whatever you focus on, is what you're creating. That's not to say that you can't realize that certain things that are going on in this world aren't that great, but just don't focus on the not so great things. Focus on the things you want to happen. For example, if you're very focused on all the trash that's in this world, don't focus on your hate toward the trash and everybody not recycling. Focus more on the love you have for the planet and do something about it. Don't focus on the negative. You can realize that there is low vibrations here. That's why there are low vibrations, to show a contrast, to see what you want, to show you what you would rather want. The low vibrations, the negative things, are blessings showing you. They're to show you things. But don't focus on them. Sometimes we focus on the things that we don't want unknowingly, just because it's on our mind and stressing us out, but it's not in our best interest. So, going on to number 17. An understanding of these facts, first intellectually and then emotionally, will enable us to drink deeply from this ocean of infinite power. An intellectual understanding will be of no assistance. The emotions must be brought into action. Thought without feeling is cold. The required combination is thought and feeling. Okay, this is an important concept to grasp. So let me read what I wrote. Merely understanding these concepts will not get you very far. You have to understand, overstand. You need to be able to feel, to have the emotions required to manifest whatever you desire. If you want to be free from your current financial situation, only thinking about more money or visualizing more money in your bank account will not be enough. Some of you may have started trying to, as we say, manifest certain things, and you're visualizing things, you're thinking about things, and then it happens for you. That's good, but know that if you want to start to manifest and live your life the way you want and create everything that you want in your life, just thinking and visualizing is not going to be enough. It can give you little things and show you like, okay, these things are real, this can happen, but moving forward, you are going to want to feel the emotions that you want in your future as if it's here now. Feel the emotions you would feel if you had all the money you wished. If you want a lover, feel the feelings and love for yourself, the feelings you would want a lover to give you. Feel those feelings. If I want a partner, I'm going to start to feel the emotions I would want that partner to give me. Okay, not go out searching for somebody to give me those feelings. I will feel it for myself. That way I attract someone that I want, somebody that is for me, instead of searching through the millions of billions of people. Like that way just seems more difficult, more stressful, instead of attracting it just to me. You know what I'm saying? Attract it rather than chase it. Feelings combined with thought equal incredible manifestation power. That's some of the stuff I wrote, and I loved what was in the book. It says, thought without feeling is cold. That is an important concept to remember while you're trying to manifest your dream reality. So that is 17. I'm going to go over to number 27. Thought is creative vibration, and the quality of the conditions created will depend upon the quality of our thought. because we cannot express powers which we do not possess. We must be before we can do, and we can do only to the extent to which we are. And so what we do will necessarily coincide with what we are, and what we are depends upon what we think. Every time you think, you start a train of causation which will create a condition in strict accordance with the quality of the thought which originated it. Thought which is in harmony with the universal mind will result in corresponding conditions. Thought which is destructive or discordant will produce corresponding results. You may use thought constructively or destructively, but the immutable law will not allow you to plant a thought of one kind and reap the fruit of another. You are free to use this marvelous creative power as you will, but you must take the consequences. All right, you all, this right here, number 27, I would recommend you write this down. You maybe put it in your notes or something. This paragraph is so powerful. I'll just read some of what I wrote. Every time we think, atoms start to shape themselves into physical form depending on the vibration or frequency of our thought. You are working with the unseen energies when you think, and eventually that unseen energy will become physical energy or come into your present moment. It will become your reality. In this life, we have free will, a willpower. And with this privilege comes consequences. So utilize your abilities in a desirable way in order to live and be how you wish. You may not agree fully with this concept yet or ever, but if you really step into a realization, a knowing of how to utilize your power, it's over. Like, you will find freedom, happiness, abundance of all things you focus on. It's up to you. It's all up to you. So like I said, numbers 27, I would definitely write the whole paragraph down. It is so transformational. And after saying all of that, let's go into the application. For your exercise this week, go into the silence and concentrate on the fact that in Him we live and move and have our being, is literally and scientifically exact. That He is spirit and you are made in His image and likeness, and that the only difference between His spirit and your spirit is one of degree, that a part must be the same in kind and quality as the whole. When you can realize this clearly, you will have found the secret of the creative power of thought. You will have found the origin of both good and evil. You will have found the secret of the wonderful power of concentration. You will have found the key to the solution of every problem, whether physical, financial, or environmental. Y'all, this part, if you utilize the information in this part, chapter 20, you will change your entire life and the lives of everyone around you. There is no doubt. Okay? Silence is key. Silence is everything. Silence is very powerful. Practice silence. I'm going to read some of the things I wrote down. Go into silence. Whether it's meditating, whether it's relaxing, walking out into nature, sitting in a dark room, watching a candle flicker, practice silence. See yourself as the one who is creating all happenings and events in your life, and take responsibility. Obviously, you aren't the God. You aren't the omnipotent force, because you are here in present form, physical form, okay? But you have the same abilities, the same powers as the God, your Lord, your creator, whomever, whatever you resonate with. So take your power back and start creating the life you desire. Realize that you are the creator, just in this form. You may feel like you don't have what you need in life, and that's why you aren't where you want to be, because you have not stepped into the realization that every tool you need to achieve all the desires you want to achieve are always given to you. You have them. You have all the answers you're looking for. You are the answer you are looking for. Pay attention to the messages that happen in your day. Messages are always coming to us. Realize the oneness of everything around you. Step into this knowing. Understand it, understand it, overstand it. And you will become the person you need to be in order to live the life you want to live. So that is it for this part, you all. I am so grateful, so thankful for you, especially if you stayed all the way through to the end of this video. Remember, I told you, if you stay all the way through, I'm going to drop something from you. I'm going to give you a key. Message me on Instagram, HeySeaJay. I'm going to send you something. Just say, I stayed through the end of your video. Send it to me, brother, or whatever you want to say. Just say something that has to do with this video and staying through the end. But other than that, you all, many, many blessings to you. Continue to be you, be true, live your life the way you want to live. Now, this book, this is just what I get from this book, and this is just a book. This is just somebody's words that they've typed down on a piece of paper. All right, you utilize it, you perceive of it how you wish. All right, this is not the truth. This is not anything, okay, besides for what you make it. So hey, it's a beautiful day. Peace and blessings to all of you and all your loved ones. Peace and blessings. Much love.